All right, here's another example. This might be the last example we do because class is getting close to being over. Now, look what they tell you on this one. I'm at the bottom example on page 21. Are you with me? This is 2.5. We just finished 2.4. So this is example 2.5. Look what they tell you. It says the volume. They tell you the volume this time. They don't ask for the volume. They tell you the volume. And what is it? 6 pi. Isn't that kind of weird that they put it in terms of pi? But it actually makes our math a lot easier if they put it in terms of pi here at the end. We'll show you. Now it says the height of the cone is 2 centimeters. So the height is 2. Now on this picture right here, what is the height? Let's do that in red. The height is not, they're not talking slant height, are they? When I said the height, they're talking from the top, what? Yeah. Not just to the bottom, but what to the bottom? Give me a good geometry word. No? Come on. We've talked about this before. The height and the base have to always be what to each other? Perpendicular, right. Perpendicular. Okay, so the height is 2. So that height right there is 2. So I can put it on my picture. So let's find the radius of the base of the cone. So we'll make that r, and that's what we're trying to find. This isn't really all that hard, to tell you the truth. Let's write out our formula for volume. Do you remember what volume of a cone is? Volume is? That's right, the area of the base. I'll just put that. A of B, is that all right? Times what? Times the height. But it's a cone, so what do we do with it? Divided by 3. Or you could put a 1/3 out front, however you want to do this. You with me? All right. So look what they tell you this time. They tell you the volume. So what are we going to write? 6 pi equals area of the base. Now how do I find the base? It's pi, what? R squared. Now I can't put anything for r because I don't know what it is. That's what I'm trying to solve for. Okay, that's my variable right there. It's r. Times what? Times the... I already did area of the base. It's area of the base times the height. Now I do know the height though, don't I? What can I put in for that? 2. And what do we do with that number? Divided by 3. Everybody see that? And what are we trying to find? We're trying to find the radius, that thing right there. That's what we're looking for. So now we just do some math and we solve for it.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you have to divide 6 pi by 3 too?
No, you just divide this by 3 because they tell you the volume. It's not, the volume's not 6 pi divided by 3. The volume is just 6 pi. Okay, but our formula says the area of the base times there's the area of the base times the height divided by 3. That's our formula. Okay. So watch what happens. Look, I got a pi on both sides. So watch what I can do right away. I can divide both sides by pi. Do you see that? It goes away. So wasn't that nice that they gave you the volume in terms of pi? I told you it would make it easy because it just divides out. Now what do I have to do? Get rid of the 2, get rid of the 3. How do I get rid of that 3? Multiply it by 3 and then do what? How do I get rid of that 2? Divided by 2. Good. You see that? Or multiply by 3 halves. Multiplied by the reciprocal. You probably heard that before, haven't you? It's the same thing. And now I just work this thing out. Look, what is that? 6 times 3 is 18 divided by 2 is 9. But 9 equals what? Not r, but what? R squared. So what's r going to equal? 3, not 81. We take the square root. We don't square the 9. It's r squared is equal to this. So we take the square root of both sides. So what's the square root of 9? It's 3. So our radius is 3. And that's what they have you do. So it was a little bit tricky because they didn't just give you the information and say, okay, find the volume. That's kind of easy. That's just plug and chug, isn't it? On this one, you actually had to do a little bit of algebra. They told you the volume, and you had to find the radius, and it's hidden in there, and then you just had to do all the work to find the radius. Make sense? All right. All right, looks like we're going to do one more day of this lesson. I promise. Tomorrow will be it. Tomorrow's Friday anyway, right? So I'm going to give you the whole entire lesson to finish, okay, for the weekend, all right, but still work on it. Try to find a couple of those problems or one of those problems in this lesson that look like this. Get it done. Get as much as you possibly can do before this weekend, all right, and then use the rest of the weekend to do the rest of them, all right? All right. This is due on Monday, right, okay, but I'll officially assign it tomorrow, but you know what I mean, Tuesday. We don't have school Monday, but Tuesday. Next day we have school. All right, one more day of this and we'll be finished lesson 2.